to the other slide. Let's see. Here we have the explanation of past continuous and past simple. Past continuous and past simple tense in your own workbook in page 4. We can use the past continuous and the past simple in the same sentence. نقدر نستخدم هنا بطريقة كاملة بشرح لكم. نقدر نستخدم ال past simple tense وال past continuous بنفس الجملة in the same sentence to show لنرى that one action happened حتى يراوينا أن شيء أو حدث ما قد حصل in the middle of another action. يعني كنت أنت مستمر بحدث، كنت تدرس، مستمر بالدراسة، you were studying، في نص الدراسة مالتك إجا شيء آخر، حدث آخر وقطع دراستك. إذن هاي تراوينا لترينا that one action happened in the middle of another action. We use the past continuous. نستخدم الماضي المستمر for the longer action للفعل للحدث اللي هو أطول. And the past simple for the shorter action. والماضي البصير للحدث الأقصر. I was ice skating. كنت مستمرا بتزلج على الجليد. And I fell over. وسقطت. هذا short حدث قصير. وهنا ice skating هو حدث طويل. سقطت. I fell over. لما كنت مستمر بالتزلج سقطت. We often use while and as. إذا نستخدم غالبا كلمة while أو as with the past continuous tense مع الماضي المستمر. نستخدم as ونستخدم while. يعني لما تشوف while تستخدم past continuous. لما تشوف as أيضا تستخدم past continuous. شو نستخدم؟ We need to write past continuous tense. Example here, while I was eating breakfast, a bird flew into the kitchen. بينما كنت مستمرا في تناول فطوري, a bird flew into the kitchen. جاء طير يطير في المطبخ. فمعناها هذا short action نظرت إليه فقطعت تناولي للفطور. As I was eating breakfast. بينما كنت أتناول البريكفاست الفطور. A bird flew into the kitchen. طير طار في المطبخ. إذن the same events here was eating breakfast and a bird flew. But here we used as, here we used while and as. We often use when or and with the past simple tense. With the past simple tense. I was eating breakfast. كنت مستمرا بتناول الفطور. فإذن هذا هو استمرار هذا الحدث الأطول. استمرارية بتناول الفطور. when لكن إجت وين؟ قطعت الحدث مالتي مال تناول الفطور. وضتني a bird flew into the kitchen. هذا عندما الطائر أو طائر ما جاء وطار في المطبخ. I was eating breakfast. أيضا هنا ماضي مستمر باستخدام and حطينا past simple tense الماضي البسيط. So ماضي مستمر and ماضي بسيط. Past continuous and past simple tense. Past continuous with when is past simple tense. Here you have in your workbook page, practice the dialogue in pairs. They wanted to do this dialogue as a acting in your class. Then practice it again. وبعد ذلك تدرب عليه مرة أخرى. Changing the words in italics. نحول الكلمات اللي موجودة بالخط المائل italics. عادل, I have hurt my wrist. عادل, آلمت رزغي. Sit down, please. I need to take your details. أريد أن أخذ تفاصيل عنك. Nurse, the doctor will see you very soon. عادل. Doctor, how did you do it? شوف نلاحظ السؤال استخدم how كيفية. How, then observer did, then subject, then the simple form of the verb is do. How did you do it? كيف فعلتها? I was ice skating and I fell over. يعني جت الآن وأخذت past simple tense واللي قبلها past continuous. عادل, do you think it is broken? هل تعتقد بأنها مكسورة؟ الدكتور, the doctor, probably not. يعني احتمال أنه هي ليست مكسورة من المحتمل. But you need to have an X-ray to make sure. لكن تحتاج إلى عمل أشعة الأشعة السينية to make sure لتتأكد. عادل, is it broken? هل هي مكسورة؟ Doctor, I am afraid so. It is fractured here. So after taking the X-ray, Adel asked the doctor, is it broken? The doctor said, I'm afraid so. أنا أخشى أن تكون مكسورة. I am afraid. It is fractured here. إنها مكسورة هنا. Doctor, I'm going. إذن إحنا إن هنا it fractured. Okay, doctor, I'm going to put your wrist in a plaster. What did he say here? I need to take your details. So the thing that he had broken, the wrist, is it broken? I am afraid so. It fractured here. I'm going to put your wrist in plaster. Or you can say, I'm going to put a plaster on your wrist. Okay, that's what do we have here? Let's go to the other page. They want you also from the book to put one verb in the past continuous and one in the past simple tense, like the example here given. I think about you and then you ring me. So first I was thinking about you and then you rang me. Because of and, we need to write past simple tense and before it past continuous. While, with while, what do we need to write? The sentence of while Ali was having what? A shower. What happened, comma? Something happened. Somebody came, somebody knocked at the front door. Somebody knocked. Here we have to write past simple tense because it is the second part of while close. Knocked at the door. Or at the front door. Okay, so now, number 3, I clean my room and I find 30 pounds under my bed. While I was cleaning my room, or it means I was cleaning my room, This is the long action. I was cleaning my room and I found. You have to write and. With and, we need to write past simple tense. I found. And I found 30 pounds under my bed. This action came and broke my previous action, which was continuing, and stopped it. So this is the long action, which had been broken with the short action, okay, by finding. I found 30 pounds under my bed, writing and to show past simple tense before, it is past continuous. Luckily, Sharifa not to drive very fast when the child ran into the bed. See, I want you to think about it. As I explained, if we have the word when and while, with while past continuous we used, and the second part should be past simple tense. With and, with it should be past simple tense, and before it past continuous. With when, with it should be ran, past simple tense, and before it should be past continuous. So weren't driving. Sharifa weren't, or Sharif, this is one. So wasn't Sharifa. Luckily, Sharifa was not. Okay, wasn't what? Driving. We need to write drive, D-R-I-V, but the E should be deleted because we are going to add ing while adding ing. While I was driving, luckily Sharifa was driving very fast when the child ran and stopped it onto the road in order to stop it. Now, a thief our clothes while we swim. So always when we see while, we need to put past continuous or progressive. So we were swimming. Let me use this form, swimming. You see swim should be with double M in the swimming because we have one vowel letter before the last consonant letter and one syllable. While adding ing, we need to double the consonant letter. And before while, we need to write, or after it, past simple tense. So a thief took here. A thief what? Took. Okay. Now, she tell us to be quiet as we make too much noise. You know what did I explained to you? If we have while or as, we need to write past continuous here. But the sentence before or the sentence after its sentence should be past simple tense. So she told us. She told us. Okay. And here, as we were making too much noise. These are the answers of this exercise. I hope that you have understood. Okay, let's go to the other part. They want you here to complete the sentences by your own. I was running and something happened, broke my running. What was it? You can imagine and write. And I fell and broke my arm. I immediately fell and broke. Okay, I was running and it will be so weak if I add it. And I fell and I broke my arm. You can write like this. I wasn't looking where I was going and hit the little boy, the baby. I was getting ready for school when the bell rang. All should be here past simple tense because we have when and. My little brother was playing. You see, I was getting, I was looking, I was running. My little brother was playing football. And then after when and, we need to write past simple tense. When my little brother was playing football, when he won the match. I was thinking about here, they wrote the past continuous, then they wrote when with the, they want us to complete here and there. I was thinking about traveling. Here it is not a verb, it is a noun, traveling to London. When the teacher suddenly asked the question or asked me to answer the question. The question, okay? This you can write your own sentences, your own complements for the sentences to be meaningful sentences. Okay? Thank you. Now let's go to the other part. The next slide. In a progressive, the verb should be auxiliary verb plus verb with ing. And this refers to that the action is happening and continued in the past. We can use it when we find the word while, when. So after while, before when, after as, before and, before by the time, and after here. Okay, so here we have examples. While I was walking the side of the river, I tripped and sprained my wrist. As we were preparing for the party, the bell rang and the visitors entered. He was drowning when I arrived and hurried to rescue him. By the time I arrived, the dog was attacking the old man. I was doing my homework and a bird flew into my room. So, while I was walking, بينما كنت مستمرا بالمسير, the side of the river, على جانب طرف النهر, I tripped, تعثرت, and وسقطت طبعا, and sprained my wrist, ولمعت التوت رسغي. As we were preparing, بينما كنا نجهز for the party للحفلة, the bell rang and the visitors entered. دق الجرس ودخل الزوار. He was drowning. كان على وشك الغرق، كان مستمرا بالغرق. When I arrived، عندما قدمت، وصلت. And hurried to rescue him، وركضت، أسرعت لإنقاذه. By the time I arrived، بالوقت اللي وصلت أني، the dog was attacking، الكلب كان يهاجم، مستمر بالهجوم. the man، the old man، يهاجم الرجل الكبير السن. أنا وصلت، فإذا قطعت مهاجمة الكلب لهذا الرجل الكبير السن. I was doing my homework، كنت مستمرا بعمل واجبي المنزلي. and a bird flew into my room، والطير طار إلى غرفتي. هذه بالنسبة لل past continuous. I need from you to fill in the spaces the correct verb and correct form of the verb, whether past simple tense or past continuous. After writing, you have the answers here. You will check your answers here. Now, we have used to. Now, with used to and the past simple tense, we use be used to plus verb with ing. Verb to be plus used to plus verb with ing. So when you have used to alone, you have simple form of the verb after it. But when you have verb to be before it, you need to write verb with ing. We need to know that if we use verb to be plus used to plus verb with ing, it means to talk about things which feel normal for us or things that we are accustomed to. I am used to getting up early. كنت متعود أن أستيقظ مبكرا. مستمر باستيقاظ مبكرا. So I don't mind doing it. لا أمانع أن أفعلها. Getting up early is normal for me. That what does it mean? أنه مبكرا هو شيء طبيعي بالنسبة لي. It is what I usually do. إنه عادة ما أفعله عادة. My little daughter is used to eating. ابنتي الصغيرة معتادة على تناول اللانش الغداء at noon في منتصف النهار. So she was grumpy yesterday when we didn't eat until 1 o'clock means. Used to infinitive. We use this expression to talk about habits or repeated actions. used to مع الانفينيتيف هنا ما تعني مثل ما عنيت هنا with ing و verb to be. هنا أنا عنت إنه فد شيء متعودين عليه وفد شيء normal طبيعي. زين؟ فالطبيعة متعودين عليه. أما هنا we use the expression to talk about habits or repeated actions عن عادات متبعة وأحداث يعني متكررة in the past which we don't do in the present. وحاليا احنا ما نسوي لكن في الماضي كنا معتادين عليه. We also use it to talk about states in the past which are no longer true والتي تعني عن أشياء كانت نعملها بالماضي لكن لم نعد نفعلها حاليا ولم تعد صحيحة في الوقت الحالي. For example, I used to have long hair. كنت عادة شعري لدي شعر طويل لكن الآن now I have short hair. لكن الآن لدي شعر قصير. He used to smoke. كان متعود على أن يدخن كان مستمر بالتدخين في الماضي متعود. But now he doesn't smoke. He gave up. He gave up of smoking. أقلع عن التدخين. They used to live in India. كانوا عادة ساكنين بإنديا بالهند لكن الآن but now they live in Germany لكن الآن يعيشون في ألمانيا. إذا نلاحظ بعد used to شنو جانا infinitive have smoke after to infinitive simple form of the verb and live. Why? Because used to only. Used to. But here after used to we have verb with ing gerund. Why? Because we have verb to be before it. This represents to the something used to be done and continuing doing it as accustomed. Okay, accustomed. But now, here used to with infinitive, it means a habit used to be done in the past, but nowadays not, or a habit used to be done in the past, which are no longer true now. Like here, used to live in India, but no longer true. Now he lives or they live in Germany. Now, watch out with the negative and the question it's use and not used. إذا بالنيجاتيف بالنفي نستخدم use بنستخدم used. وبالسؤال أيضا ليش إحنا نستخدم وياها الفعل المساعد ال auxiliary verb did. With did we need to write infinitive without anything. يعني مع did نستخدم فعل دائما simple form of the verb مثل ما قلت لكم سابقا. Did you used to be a teacher? هل أنت كنت مستمر دائما متعود أن تكون مدرس؟ Did you used to study French؟ هل أنت متعود أو عادة أنه أنت تدرس الفرنسية؟ She didn't used to like chocolate. لم تكن معتادة على أو تحب الشوكولات من سابقا but she does now. لكنها حاليا نعم تحب تناول الشوكولات الحلويات. I didn't used to want to have a nice house. لم أكن أفكر سابقا بأني أمتلك بيت لطيف. Note, with this used to, there is no verb be. في هذه used to ما عندنا verb to be. We can't say I am used to have long hair. صعبة يعني. شوف إنه أنا ما نستخدم ال continuous لأن هو مو حدث إنه هو هذا فد شيء موجود حقيقة. ما نستخدم وياها past continuous. Only past simple tense. Teacher of English language, Mrs. Asil. Ibrahim Al-Khafaji, she is welcoming you all the time. Following her, please click like and write your comments. In case you need any help, more explanation, text me on WhatsApp also, not only in comments. And see you next time with different presentation. Bye.